Hi everybody, this is Osprey from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at the cannabis sector. So first up, let's look at ticker symbol MJ, the Alternative Harvest ETF. Closed up 5.6% today. So yeah, we were looking for a potential technical bounce off of this October 29th support zone, that low close from October 29th. And so the share price came down and bounced off of that level yesterday, and that level held today. So that was good. It also closed today above EMA4 at 31.11, so that's going to be the key level to stay above. What you're looking for now is a break above the moving averages here. You can see the moving averages are stacked up. If it can get back above that middle Bollinger Band at 32.45. That's the big level. If it can turn that and the 100-day simple moving average at 32.61. If you can get above those levels and turn them into support, it could make a run back up to that 50-day simple moving average at 36.31. Now, if it fails to break all these moving averages that are all stacked up here, and it fails to turn 31 into support, it could pull back and test that 29 support zone. Okay, let's look at MJ on the 15-minute chart. You can see here it really heated up. I mean, it kind of looks like it has an inverse head and shoulders type of pattern. You can see a left shoulder over here, and then a head, and then maybe a right shoulder. It could be a stretch. Then this would be the neckline, and it looks like if it could break above 31.50, that would be really bullish. That should signal more upside potential. And then you want to see a break above the 200 and 300 simple moving averages up here. Basically, trading above 32.50 would be really, really bullish. Then it could signal that it wants to head higher, possibly run back up to that 36 level. But right now, it's all about getting above 31.50 tomorrow. Okay, let's look at CGC here. So Canopy Growth had a bounce today. Kind of a similar setup there to ticker symbol MJ there. Came down here. It's bouncing off of this 200 simple moving average support zone. It held the 29th low close from down here yesterday, that 33 support zone, and then today it had a bounce. And so what you're looking for is a close above EMA4 at 36.62. It has to break that level to head higher. If it fails to break that level, it'll come back down and test this 200-day simple moving average. The 200-day simple moving average at 32, that's the big level to hold. It has to hold that level. If it were to break, it would signal downside risk, and you could see a drop down to the 300-day simple moving average at 26.76. Now to the upside, what it really needs to do is get above this basically 38, the 39 level. If it can get back above the middle Bollinger Band and the 100-day simple moving average at 38.91, that should be the signal that it wants to head higher, and then you can get a run back up to that 50-day simple moving average at 45.58. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute chart. You can see here it heated up and got above the green line. That's the 50 simple moving average, and that did hold into the close. That's the current stop loss level. It has to stay above that level to remain in play for the bounce. If it dropped below 34.92, that would signal downside risk. And then to the upside, you want to see it break above this bottom of the gap level. That's just above the 100 simple moving average at 364. The bottom of the gap level, and then yeah, if it can, and the 100 simple moving average at 36.79. If it can get above this this bottom of the gap level, it could possibly run up here to 38.25, test the 400 simple moving average, and fill the gap. Okay, let's look at Cronus Group. Cronus Group here actually had one of the better closes today. It actually, for the cannabis sector stocks, it closed above the middle Bollinger Band. It held the 200-day simple moving average down here at 787. It's back above the middle Bollinger Band. It's hitting the 100-day simple moving average right now at 864. That is the big level to break. If it can get above that level, then it could possibly run back up here to the 50-day simple moving average at 990. So that's the big level. Above 864 tomorrow signals upside potential, possibly run up to that 10 zone, fail to break 860, and it's likely to come back down and test that 200-day simple moving average. Okay, let's look at Tilray. So Tilray is, had a nice bounce today. It's hitting the middle Bollinger Band currently at 109.83. That is the big level to break. It traded above that briefly intraday, but it failed to break. Once it trades above and turns that level into support, it could come up here to that 50-day simple moving average at 124. If it stays below 109, that is going to signal downside risk. A drop below 100 would be a major red flag, and you could see it come down here and test that low close on the 29th, which is down there around $90, 90, and yeah, right around 90, and then the lower Bollinger Band's down here at 82. Okay, let's look at Aurora Cannabis here. Yeah, it had a nice bounce today as well. It looks really similar to the MJ and CGC charts. Came down here and bounced off of the low close from the 29th, held that level yesterday and bounced above. It's back above the 300-day simple moving average at 653. It needs to stay above that level, the blue line, and then it needs to break the pink line, 667. If it can get above the pink line, what you're looking for ultimately is a break above the middle Bollinger Band currently at 724. 724 is the big level. If it can turn that into support, then it could possibly run back up to that 50-day simple moving average at 834. If it fails to turn EMA4 back into support and it drops back below that 300-day simple moving average, it's going to signal downside risk. You know, it could come back down here and test this 550 support zone. Yeah, the gap between Tuesday and Wednesday did fill. Yeah, yeah, so it's just it's got a bounce going, but it needs to break resistance. It's always tough when you have all the moving averages stacked up like this, because each moving average is a potential resistance level, and so it's going to have to clear these moving averages to break out higher. Okay, let's look at APHA here. You know, had the big pullback as well, bounced today. You know, it's holding that support level from the 29th. It's back above the 300 simple moving average at 1016, but it's still below EMA4 at 1048 and the 200-day simple moving average at 1050. So 1050 is the big level. If you see APHA trading above 1050, that'd be really bullish. It could possibly run back up to that middle Bollinger Band at 1167, the dotted purple line. It has to turn that level into support to get a new uptrend going. Okay, failed to break that 200-day simple moving average and 1050 level and drop back below $10 would signal downside risk. Okay, so NBEV was one of the big cannabis sector winners today, closed up 23%. It had a big bounce. You know, it had pulled back pretty hard. It was holding the 100-day simple moving average at 334. That's the big level to hold. It needs to get back above the moving averages here. Basically, the middle Bollinger Band at 427 is the big level to break. You can see it closed right at that level yesterday. And then if you get above that level, then it's the 50-day simple moving average at 482 would be the second level to break. Once above that 50-day simple moving average, that's when it could get running. Right now, it has to stay above that 100-day simple moving average. You know, if it would drop below, it could come down here and test that 200 and 300-day simple moving averages down here in the 280 support zone. If we look here at NBEV on the 15-minute chart, you can see it's retraced back up to the 200, 300, and 400-day simple moving averages, the red, blue, and black lines. It's going to need to break above $4 to head higher. If it can turn 4 into support, it could come up here and finish filling the gap up here to 460. So what you want to see here is a break above 4, turn into support, and then a break above 410 resistance. That could lead to a move to 460. Keep an eye on 385. That's the middle Bollinger Band level. If that were to break, that would signal downside risk, and it could drop down there to the 1500 simple moving averages in the 348 support zone. Okay, thanks for viewing this video.